Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. Seriously, that was by far one of the craziest episodes of Pretty Little Liars ever, I think. Ever. Like, not just for this season, just ever. Really. It was one of the craziest episodes I've seen of Pretty Little Liars in general. Like, seriously. In general. In general, one of the craziest episodes I've seen of Pretty Little Liars. Hey guys, it's Kevin again. This commentary for Pretty Little Liars Season 5, Episode 12. This was the mid-season finale, taking this one to the grave. And oh my god, guys, this episode was amazing. Just wow, I cannot wait for, for it to return. Unfortunately, this had to be the mid-season finale. It does come back. I believe they are doing a Christmas special, which makes sense after this episode, but I love this episode. That was absolutely fantastic, and really, really looking forward to the next episode. I kind of have a couple new theories, and I was very much looking forward to it. My only complaint was there was no mention of Ravenswood. I wanted at least some conclusion on that, and we didn't get any, so I would have wanted a little bit more on that, but we didn't. So let's just get to this episode. So basically, we start off and we see that Ezra, Arya, Hannah, and Emily, they're all standing at a crime scene crying, and obviously someone's been murdered. Now, at this point, I was kind of thinking, why is Spencer not there? I was kind of thinking, was Spencer murdered? I was thinking they're going to pull a huge twist and kill off Spencer here. That's what I was thinking because, I mean, Spencer was not there. So I was thinking, is Spencer dead? And basically says, Arya is saying, you saw all the blood in there. There's no way anyone could have lived through that. They receive a text message from A, and it says, it's all your fault. So then we see 36 hours earlier, we see Allie at the police station, and she is preparing to take a lie detector test. She was planning on, of course, she was planning on getting the liars, to, basically, she was planning on telling the truth, and finally telling the truth, and, not telling the lies anymore, even though the liars were going to, she, wants to now, she wants to now tell the truth, basically. So, she's preparing to take the lie detector test, and a cop straps her in and begins asking her questions, and he asks her to state her full name, and she replies, Allison Lauren De Laurentiis. So, then we see Mona, and this episode was very Mona-centric. Lots of stuff with Mona in this episode. This was actually the episode that got me to actually care for Mona, like, a lot more. Now, Mona's laying in her bed listening to opera on a record player, and her mom knocks on the door and tells her she has company. And she heads downstairs, and there she sees Spencer, Arya, Hannah, and Emily waiting for her. And they tell her that they need Mona's help, and because Allie is at the police, and that they need Mona's help because they, of course, want to cut ties with Allie, tell the police the truth, and they know that Allie's at the police station right now, and they're scared that she's gonna tell on them, tell the truth, and they want Mona to help them find out what Allie is telling the police, because they're pretty much thinking Allie is gonna lie to them, pretty much. But Mona doesn't actually want to help them because she's scared what Allie will do if she finds out she's helping the liars. So her mom interrupts to bring them cookies, and Mona apologizes to them for taking all of her Allie anger out on them. And they leave the house, and as Hannah is leaving, Mona's mom stops her and asks her if Allie is starting to harass Mona again. Now, Hannah says she doesn't know. She's not friends with Allie anymore. So, Mona, because she wouldn't know. So, Mona runs upstairs to her bedroom and calls someone. And she says, send out a code A. She's planning something big. So, that's very interesting. So, Mona arrives at the brew for her meeting, but no one has showed up. And then we see Lucas. And Lucas tells her that they aren't coming. And Allie got to them all. And they think that Allie is a saint. And Mona's crazy. And Mona says Allie has gone full-on socio. She pretty much thinks at this point that Allie's A. She pretty much thinks that. But the thing is, honestly, all these theories about Allie being A doesn't really make sense to me. Yes, Allie has done shit in the past to Mona. I understand why Mona would think that. The rest of them, though, the only reason Allie is telling the police right now is because they would not go through with the plan and no one supported her. And everyone pretty much is against her right now. And she just doesn't know what else to do. She wants to cut ties. She's ready to cut ties, and she just had a plan, and that's really what's going on there, in my opinion. I don't think that, I really don't think Allie is that capable of doing something like that. I don't know if she's that capable, in my opinion. I don't really think she's that capable. So basically, the next morning, Mona meets the liars in the bathroom and she reveals that Allie took a polygraph at the police station last night. And Mona pretty much thinks that Allie is A, and now she is ending the game, which is why she went to the police. Now, she probably wants to pin everything on the liars before she dumps them for good. And she says that says she will find out what Allie told the police as long as the liars don't tell anyone she is helping them. By the way, guys, this whole episode took place during Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, like they're preparing for Thanksgiving and everything. I thought that was interesting because it's setting up the Christmas episode, and I like that they did that, definitely. I like that they definitely set the tone right, definitely. So Emily then runs into Paige in the hallway. Last week she really wanted to, get on the right path with Paige, and she just wants to be on good terms with her. And she asks her what she was all dressed up for last night. But Paige says it was just a costume thing, and she really didn't have that much fun, really. So Emily says they never have their talk, but Paige says she's tired of talking, kisses Emily, and Mona she kisses Emily, surprisingly. I was not expecting that. So basically, Mona then runs into Allie in the hallway, and there's this really weird thing with Allie. She is talking to this group of people that looks exactly like the liars. So I guess what's happening is that Allie is trying to lure people in, to get friends, to get more people on her side. I don't blame Allie. I really don't. I mean, I've talked about this before. Allie's been through shit. She really has. Everyone thinks that she is the same person that she was, when we clearly see she has changed. All Allie wants is people on her side. That's all she wants. I don't think Allie is this capable of doing something this evil. I think Allie has changed her ways. I think Allie is, I think Allie just wants, allies. And the only way, and basically, the reason that she has people that looks exactly like the liars on her side is because she trusts them. She trusts people like them. Or she's trying to make the liars jealous, and eventually they'll talk to her. I don't know what she's really trying to do there. We see Allie creepily smile at her, and then is called into the principal's office over the loudspeaker. So, pretty much everyone thinks Allie's this angel right now, and Mona's not. Now, Allie and Mona, I can see why Allie would be after Mona. Mona, I understand, because Mona was plotting this revenge against her. When, once again, I understand Mona was paranoid, but here's the thing. Allie gave her a makeover before she left. Seriously, Allie changed Mona for the better. Mona was part of the A-team, so I understand why Mona's upset. I understand why Allie's upset. I do. I still understand why both of them are upset. Mona, though, I understand she's scared of Allie, but honestly, the whole her and the anti-A group thing, she really did that to herself, honestly. That's why Allie is, so intimidated. That's why Allie gave her that creepy smile, because, Allie's basically telling her, no, you're not gonna do this to me, you know what's gonna happen, because Allie slapped her the last time and almost, and made her bleed, basically, so I can see why, what's definitely gonna happen there. So, basically, what ends up happening after that is Arya and Ezra are making pumpkin pies in his apartment, and I thought this was a cute scene. He's coming to the Montgomery family for Thanksgiving dinner, and Ella put him in charge of making pies. And he's very nervous that her family is going to judge him or whatever, and Arya reassures him that's all going to be fine. He has nothing really to worry about. Everything's going to be fine there. So Toby surprises Spencer in his police uniform, and he says the ceremony starts at 8 o'clock, and it was very cute the way that worked out. He's like, put your hands up and everything. He has graduated from the police academy, and she gives him a graduation gift, and it's a pocket watch and an inscription. It says, you are my once upon a time. And, I mean, it was just a sweet scene, and especially the fact that I thought Spencer was gonna die. It was even sweeter. Probably the cutest, Spoby scene I think we've had, definitely. I haven't talked about how much I love Spoby. Spoby is by far the best couple on this show. I mean, they had one of the cutest scenes in the history of, Pretty Little Liars, definitely. I mean, that was just a really, really cute scene, in my opinion. I really love the way that was done, and just, really, I love the way that was done. Awesome stuff there. Very cute scene. So, Lucas then shows up at the Rosewood police station, and we haven't seen Lucas for a couple episodes now. Now, this was very strange. He wants to apply for the high school liaison program, and while the cop is getting him the application, he plugs something into his computer. And Mona is sitting in the bathroom at the police station with her laptop and uses the device Lucas plugged into the computer to hack into their computer system. And she downloads all of their files. Basically, she wants, she wants that tape to figure out what Allie's planning. She needs to know what Allie's playing right now. So definitely Mona was very smart there. Definitely that was very smart of her to do. So then we see Emily, a very funny scene here. I thought this was probably the only funny scene of the episode, because the episode was very, like, tragic and dark, so this was, like, a nice, lighthearted scene. Emily is decorating her house in Christmas decorations, and even though it's not even Thanksgiving yet, her family's, like, really into that. I mean, some families, I've seen families have their Christmas decorations in October. I've seen it in Halloween. They have Christmas decorations up. I mean, Emily is one of those people where she really plans ahead. She literally has a shirt on that says, "This girl loves Christmas." I love the scene where, where Hannah and Caleb are trying to untangle the Christmas lights, and basically, Caleb's like, "Is she really this into it?" And Hannah's like, "Read her tits." I thought that was hilarious. That was just such a funny scene. And it was just very funny to see how elaborate her house was with the Christmas decorations. But then Hannah gets a call from Mona and lies and tells Caleb it's her mom. And she lies and says her mom needs cranberries. And Caleb calls her out and asks her what she's lying about. Caleb can tell she's lying, and you can just tell. So Mona, Spencer, Emily, Hannah, and Aria, they all meet up at Spencer's house because it's time for them to listen to the recording of Allie's lie detector test. Now, we only heard part of it. We didn't know everything that she says. Mona basically downloaded it onto their laptop, and in the recording, the cops asked Allie questions about where Spencer was the night she was attacked, and she then informs the cop that she had nothing to do with Bethany Young's murder. So, I mean, that's very interesting, and Allie was completely sincere there because she was on a lie detector test, and they told her, hey, look, this lie detector test is going to determine whenever you lie, because, whenever you lie, you have to think about it. I think that was definitely very interesting, and basically Allie's off the hook now, so the liars are obviously very confused about this, about why the cops were asking so much about Spencer, and are surprised that Allie doesn't say anything that incriminating. She doesn't say anything that seems like a suspect to them. So Caleb barges in and says he was able to actually download more files. Now, apparently Mona asked him for his help since he's a computer whiz, and he says the cops are granted access to Bethany Young's Radley files, and of course, Hannah didn't want Mona to tell anyone what was going on, but she told Caleb because Caleb, is very good with computers and everything, so she thought he could help, and basically, Allie is off the hook. She's off the hook for the murder, which was very surprising. I was not expecting that at all, but Allie's off the hook, and they issued an arrest warrant because they think that Spencer killed Bethany to score points with Allie. So Spencer freaks out and says she is about to be arrested. They need to know why the police think Allie want Bethany Young dead, and basically, Spencer announces they need to go back to Radley and find out what the police found out about Bethany. They need to know right now what they found out. And I just thought that was definitely very interesting, what happened there. So they're going back to Radley, which is very big, because here's where the episode gets really interesting. Spencer and Mona head into Radley. They're dressed as nurses, and Hannah and Caleb are sitting outside. They're manning the phones and the computer. So Emily's getting ready to leave her house, and Allie shows up. And basically, that's very interesting, because the last person that Emily would want to see is Allie, obviously. Who's the person that Emily would want to see the least? Allie. Because she does not want to see Allie right now. She does not want to talk to her. And honestly, Allie, I had sympathy for her in this next scene. I really did. The scene we saw with her, I had sympathy for her. So Hannah texts Emily, and Emily informs her that Allie's with her, and she's keeping her busy. And Emily tells Allie that she wants to make amends, surprisingly. I thought that was definitely surprising. By the way, they're using code names here. They're using, like, H and things like that. I thought that was, interesting. So Aria's also in Radley volunteering at her art class, and basically she creates a distraction because she ends up dropping a glass jar of paint and distracts the nurse at the nurse's station so that Mona and Spencer can steal the front desk keys, and a car pulls up and Hannah and Caleb duck. They radio Mona and warn her that Detective Holbrook just walked into Radley. Now, that's really big, obviously, because they don't want to get in trouble. So that definitely is very interesting of what's going to happen there. So, yeah, basically, after this happens, what happens? Basically, after this happens, Detective Holbrook pays Arya a visit in the art room. He's surprised to see her working there, and he asks her when she started volunteering, whether it was before or after they found Bethany Young's body. So Arya asks if she should call her parents, and Detective Holbrook says that won't be necessary. So that's definitely, very intense scene there. So then Allie is taking her phone, and she's reading Emily's text messages, and I get why Allie's doing this. She can tell that Emily is onto her. She can tell that, Allie can just tell. Emily is acting very suspicious. Emily's like, oh, you didn't scare me. Because literally the second that Allie was there, Emily just was like spooked, and Allie did not realize why. And basically, she says that Hannah wants to know if she's still keeping her busy, and she scoffs that she actually believed Emily was trying to make amends. She actually thought she was trying to. And she laughs that they think that she's A. And Allie is obviously very upset, hops in her car, and a girl is sitting in the passenger seat waiting for her. Who's this girl? We don't know. Who's this girl? I don't know who this girl is, but Paige is hiding in the bushes, sees Allie leaves, and jumps in her car and follows her. Now, I thought something was going to happen to Paige in this scene. I really did. I felt something was going to happen to her. Allie, again, I don't blame her in this scene. I really don't. She just wanted Emily on her side. She really just wanted to trust Emily because Allie really is in love with Emily. We know this. She told Emily, look, I was actually in love with you this whole time. And Allie and Emily have that connection. She really wants to have that connection with Emily. And she's obviously jealous of her and Paige. There's that going on as well. But there's also the fact that Allie just really wants allies. She really just wants allies, and she's really pissed that Emily just went behind her back like that. Obviously, she's upset. So, again, I don't blame Allie for this at all. I really don't. So Spencer and Mona are inside Radley reading through Bethany Young's files, and Mona's bragging about her college acceptance letters. Mona's being Mona. She's bragging about her college acceptance letters. Even when Mona is working with a liar, she's still bragging. And this was very interesting. They find a recording of Bethany Young and are shocked to realize that Mrs. De Laurentiis was having an affair with Allie's father. And Bethany knew Allie. So that was definitely very interesting when we found that out. So I think that's huge. I was not expecting that at all. I mean, Bethany and Allie, they know each other. Now, I kind of have this new theory going on now. What if Bethany faked her death? What if? I mean, there's no one that says that Bethany's, Allie hasn't brought up Bethany really. What if Allie and Bethany are working together? I don't think Allie would do this, but I'm thinking that Bethany might still be alive after they found this out. I don't really know. And it makes sense, definitely, because of what happens in the next scene. They leave Radley, and Spencer receives a phone call from Toby. And he's driving to graduation and freaking out because Spencer hasn't met up with him yet, and he's going to be late. And another car ends up slamming into his car, and yeah, so he got hurt, but luckily he's okay. His leg is broken and he's in a cast, and Paige then barges in and says she followed Allie last night with the creepy twins at their school named Cindy and Mindy. And that's very strange. We saw those two twins earlier, like in the bathroom. It was very weird. They drove out to an abandoned farm and met up with like 6 different cars, and we find out that Allie's building an army of her own. Now, that is very big that Allie's building an army of her own. Now, again, I don't blame Allie for doing this at all because she doesn't trust any of them right now. None of them. She doesn't trust any of them. They're on her bad side. It's not that she is, against them. She just doesn't trust them. She thought they were with her and they were against her. So honestly, I don't blame her, really. I really don't. If you think about it, I really don't blame her because Allie hasn't done anything bad since she came back. Anything, as far as I know. There's no evidence that tells me that Allie did something bad. There really isn't. So, then Detective Holbrook barges in and arrests Spencer for murdering Bethany Young, and they drag her out in handcuffs. So, Spencer's been framed, obviously. Who killed Bethany Young? We don't know. Who tried to kill Allison is the same person that tried to kill Bethany Young, so that definitely is very interesting that's going on. So, Spencer, that's the last time we see Spencer in the episode. So, yeah, Spencer is arrested, so that's obviously not good. So, Mona's in her bedroom listening to all the recordings of Bethany Young's sessions at Radley, and Hannah texts her and tells her that the cops just arrested Spencer. And Mona's mom leaves for their family Thanksgiving, and Mona promises she'll leave in an hour, and as soon as she finishes her report, someone in a black hood is standing outside Mona's house watching her. And that's really weird, obviously. Very strange. We see this person in a black hood. They have long blonde hair, but they don't look like Allie. That did not look like Allie. That looked like some other girl. I think it's Bethany Young. I really do. I think Bethany Young faked her death. I think Bethany Young faked her death, is making Allie think she faked her death, is making everyone think that Allie, they're tearing on Allie because they think Allie's alive, but I think Bethany, here's what I'm thinking. Something happened between Bethany Young and Allie. They have been enemies all this time. Maybe Bethany Young did something to Allie, or, something happened to them. So Bethany Young is going after Allie's friends, and I don't know. I don't think Allie, again, I don't think she's really capable of doing this. So obviously someone's watching Mona. So Arya then receives a phone call from Mona. Mona tells her that Allie lured Bethany to Rosewood and she was jealous and knew about her mom's affair, and she wanted Bethany dead. So Mona says Allie's A, and she can prove it, and she can just prove that Allie is A. And that's very interesting that Allie lured Bethany to Rosewood. That definitely is very interesting that we found that out. So Arya tells Ezra to get his coat. They rush over to Mona's house, and meanwhile, someone in a black hood is with blonde hair in Mona's bedroom. Again, it does not look like Allie, though. It really doesn't. So Arya, Hannah, Emily, and Ezra all rush into Mona's house. Her house has been ransacked. There's blood everywhere. And the cops arrive, and Detective Holbrook holds a press conference outside of Mona's house. And he says they have not located a body yet, but they are ruling this is a homicide. And the amount of blood they found means her wounds are fatal. So Mona Vanderwell is dead. Mona is dead. I was not expecting them to kill off Mona. So that was definitely very big. I was not expecting Mona to die. It's really, really sad. I love the way they end the episode. It was on a very sad note. We then see A in a black hoodie. And they steal the baby Jesus from Emily's nativity scene in her yard, throw it in the trunk of the car on top of Mona's dead body. Wow. What an episode. Seriously, what an episode. We found out so much in this episode that I'm really interested in figuring out. Now, again, I don't think Allie's A. I really don't. I don't think it's that simple. Because honestly, if Allie's A, I just find that extremely predictable. I think Bethany Young is either alive, or there's someone else that Allie knows or something. I don't know. I feel like, I don't think Allie's A. I don't think she is. It just doesn't make sense to me why Allie would be A. The reason Allie would turn on Mona, I could kind of see that happening, Allie wanted to get her revenge on Mona. I could kind of see that happening, but I don't know if Allie would really go that far. I really don't know. Do you guys think that? I personally don't know. Now, the other thing, of course, is who hit Toby? Who was the one that hit Toby? I'm very interested in seeing who hit Toby. I want to know what happened there, definitely. I don't know who hit Toby. I'm very interested in seeing who hit him. And who framed Spencer as well. Who was really the one that killed Bethany Young? I don't think anyone killed Bethany Young. I think Bethany Young set this all up and she just wants people to think she's dead. I think that's what happened. I think Bethany Young faked her death, and it's just like Allie. She faked her death, but Bethany Young is A. I think that's what's going on here, is that Bethany Young is A. And if Bethany Young looks exactly like Allie, then I don't know. Now, there is a theory here, and I'm kind of thinking about this. Apparently in the books, Allie has an evil twin sister that looks just like her. Who's to say that Bethany Young wasn't Allie's, stepsister or something? Maybe Allie had a stepsister. Maybe Bethany Young was her stepsister. And maybe Bethany is, going around making everyone think it's Allie, but it's actually Bethany. Who knows? Who knows? It might be interesting there. I know it's a very weird theory, but that could very much be what's going on. Now, the other thing, of course, is, do you guys trust Allie? I don't know. I don't know if I trust Allie. I really don't, especially after that. If that was not Allie in the blonde wig, who was that in the blonde wig? That's what I want to know. Because I don't think that was Allie in the, in the blonde. I really don't think that was her. I just don't think it was. It just does not make that much sense to me. If Allie really wanted to hurt someone, especially after that conversation with Emily, who would she hurt? Paige. Paige is the one she would hurt. Why would she hurt Spencer? Spencer was the one that she, was trying to, Spencer was the one. Spencer, I understand why she was arrested. It definitely makes sense. I don't know if someone framed her, if the police just think that. I really don't know what's going on there. But I really don't think that Allie would do something this vicious. I just don't know if Allie is that capable. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't seem logical, and that's just how I feel about that. But maybe I'm wrong. Overall, let's talk about this half of the season. This has been the best season of Pretty Little Liars, in my opinion. Bringing Allie back to the show has been such a great thing. The answers, the questions we've gotten this season, there have been so many more questions. We now have a few answers. We know that Allie and Bethany were friends. We know that they at least knew each other, and something happened with them, obviously. I'm wondering if we're gonna find out more. I hope they do what they did last season, where they do where Allie tells all. I really like for that to happen, definitely. I really don't think Allie's A, though. Do you guys think Allie's A? I honestly I don't know. Allie, creating that new group. How is this going to affect the liars? I don't know. I do have one theory. There are those creepy twins that she's talking to. Maybe she is A, let's say she is, and she's having all these other people do the dirty work. Maybe that's what's going on. I honestly I don't know. It's really confusing. It's really confusing with this show. But this season has been the best season. I've loved this season. I think it's been a fantastic season, in my opinion. It's better and better every single episode, and this was by far the best episode of the season. I mean, the fact that they had the balls to kill off Mona is huge. And I should have thought it. I knew they were going to kill off Mona when they made basically the whole episode centered around her character. It really makes sense why they would kill off Mona. And the fact that Mona, I mean, really, she was just now starting to become one of the liars, and she, it seemed like everything was going to be fine with her. I really thought they were going for Spencer. I really thought they were going to kill her off in this episode, but they didn't. So, that's it, my review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys saw of this crazy finale. I will see you guys, the show does not return until December, because they are doing a Christmas episode, because the majority of ABC Family shows are doing a Christmas episode. This show, I think it could work. Definitely because of the way it ended, I think that could definitely work, but that's my review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys saw this episode. And I will see you guys in this, crazy finale. Give me your theories about Allie. Do you think Allie's A? What do you guys think? I honestly, I don't know if she's A. I don't think she is. That's my review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys in my next video, which will be my review for tonight's episode of Finding Carter. So I'll see you guys for that. Okay, bye.